What's up, everybody? Joel Rather here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your hunting seasons are going awesome, filling tags and getting out into the backwoods. We're here today with another H3O review for our friends and sponsors at Pnuma. And today we're going to go through and show you the features and functionality of one of their new pants, which is their Pursuit Pant. And we have been field testing this during this season, during elk season, and also as we get into deer season. A lot of stuff we love about this pant. We're going to dig into it now and show you everything about it and why maybe this could be your go-to on your next hunt. All right, so let's dig into this Pursuit Pant. One of the things that we want to do is kind of start from the bottom. We're going to work our way up. We're going to talk about the technology within this. What I will tell you is, if you're watching this and you're 30 seconds in, don't turn it off. I promise you, these pants have some functions and some ability that your pants probably do not. And I can tell you, after we've worn these in the field for weeks throughout the course of September, and as we prepare for deer season, there's some things about this pant that are absolutely amazing and may change your mind about the pants that you're wearing, or maybe your future purchase of what your next pants might be. So, before we start, material. A lot of different ways with which companies are designing material with how they create their pants in different styles. What Pnuma has done is they've created a four-way stretch pant material with this Pursuit Pant. And what I have found is that in the use of this so far, it moves, it provides me with that functionality and ability to stretch and move and kneel and crawl and do all sorts of other things and really have no constriction whatsoever. And so that part is a huge bonus for me, because in the past, whether I've worn a pant that maybe is a little bit too bulky and I feel like I'm kind of swimming in them, to a pant that really doesn't move very well and you feel like you're always fighting against it, I have not noticed any of that in the amount of time that I've worn this. And as you can see, I have my own Pursuit Pant on as well, and I have really enjoyed how they function in terms of just the material. As we move on from there, what we'll also kind of share is that the material itself is moisture wicking. It's fast drying, meaning that if we sweat a little bit, it's going to have that ability to continue to keep us dry, keep us from stinking, and at the same time dry out super fast, so that we're not getting these guys logged down, or they're not going to hang on to moisture as we're out in the field. If I start down at the bottom, we're going to bring this in a little bit here, and what I'll tell you is that they've designed the cuff of this pant so that it has a bungee in here that allows me to cinch down these cuffs a little bit, and I can tighten them up. Now, a lot of guys don't necessarily do that. It's an option where I think that there's two different ways with which it might be useful. If you're putting on a gaiter, cinching those guys down is going to help for that pant leg from crawling up, and at the same time, if you're someone who wears maybe a mid-sized boot, or even like me, I wear a short boot, it's going to help keep some of that debris and other stuff from possibly kicking up underneath of there and collecting in your shoe, which obviously is not something that we want to have happen and is just a nuisance. And so I really like that feature. It's something that just is an added little ancillary piece. It's that extra mile that I like to always let people know about, that I think Pnuma does a great job with. Now, as I move up and we start moving into the knee, Pnuma has created a double kind of reinforced knee. It's an articulated knee. You notice that they have kind of their patented additional abrasion kind of piece here that keeps things from scuffing that knee up, and it's going to help support and keep us from tearing those guys up if we do a lot of stalks or things like that. It's going to provide that durability that is absolutely critical, and obviously they stand behind that using that lifetime guarantee, which we've mentioned to you guys before, which means if you do wear them out, they're going to support you and they're going to back you up, and we hope that you guys are getting in the field enough to do that. Now, as I continue with that knee design, this is something that I think is above and beyond anything else you're going to find in the market, and that is that they have created and put what is called a D3O knee pad in here. And you'll notice that this is just not one solid piece of foam or rubber or something super boring, or it's not fixed in that knee where it's going to constrict. This is a very, very high quality rubber polymer that has an amazing amount of give and articulation, and what it does is it's just going to move with you. And I've worn these as well to see how well they operate and function. If you're going to be doing hunts where you're going to stalk and kneel and crawl and things like that, these are awesome. We'll provide a link for these guys as well if you want to learn more about them. These guys do some amazing things in the sporting world, including helmets and making lacrosse equipment and pads and all sorts of things across a wide variety. And I can tell you right now, if you look into them, you'll find out these are not a cheap item in themselves, because this is a very high quality piece of rubber or foam or whatever this is made of, and they're removable and can be added into the Pursuit Pant, which is pretty cool. Now, as I move up and we start getting into some of the other functionality within here and some of the things that I actually absolutely love, one of them is that I've always disliked having cargo pockets on hunting pants, and that is that they become cumbersome, they're big. A lot of companies have added a top and a side feature and tried to just maximize how much stuff you could put in there, and I always felt like I looked at that as opportunity, where I'm like, oh, I could put this in here and this in here, and next thing I know, I feel like my legs are like saddlebags and they're just moving all over the place because I just got junk in there, and it doesn't fit very well, it doesn't function very well. And one of the things that Pnuma did with the Pursuit Pant is they actually took that cargo type mentality and they said, we're going to move that to the front. And so what you can see here is they put two zip enclosure pockets on the front here where I can store gear, close it off, and it's below my standard pockets that are lined and are very breathable, very lightweight. And so it's almost like I have 4 pockets that are all within arm's reach, which again is another aspect that I think is super huge, because I feel like in the past when I've had to reach into a cargo pant, it's not very convenient, and I'm always trying to like find out where I put stuff. And with this, as you can see, I'm wearing my Pursuit Pant here. All I have to do is I can reach here without really having to search or find anything, and I can get into these 2 front pockets as well as these pockets. Super simple. And so critical things that I might want, like an extra call or whatever that might be that I would keep in that front pocket, are there, and they are handy. They finish it off with a 5th pocket in the back, again zipper closure here in the back, and standard belt loops. And so I know a lot of guys talk about differing types and styles of belts. This pant, because of how that 4-way stretch works, it gives you a lot of ability to kind of fit into a size that works. For those of you that are either new to Pnuma or if you're an existing Pnuma customer, one of the things that I would tell you is if you look at some of the other lines like Selkirk or the Tenacity Pant or the Waypoint, I think the Pursuit Pant fits just a little bit more form-fitting, not quite as loose as some of the previous designs. And for me, I kind of like the fact that I don't have a lot of extra give and play and material moving around, which means that as I'm out in the field, I'm moving and doing my thing without really noticing the pant in itself. And so I'm a huge fan of that. It's more of what I would consider to be an early season pant to mid-season pant, depending on how you operate. I'm a pretty hot, I operate pretty hot in terms of how I feel typically, so I don't get super bulky. I can run a liner underneath of this, like the Elevate pant or something like that, and I'm pretty good almost at all times of the year. And so I don't really need to get into a ton of other pants outside of this one, and the only thing that I will do is probably just have 2. So to finish it off, what I would tell you is that, you know, in all of our kind of exploration with these, it's just another example of how Pnuma continues to kind of push that threshold out, provide top quality products. If anything within this pant or any of the gear that you would buy from Pnuma ever has any issues or failures or whatever, that's where Pnuma offers that lifetime guarantee. We absolutely love the people at Pnuma. We love what they stand behind, and we love the way that they put their products out into the market and support the initiatives and the hunters in themselves and how they want people to be able to operate when they get out into the field. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Smash that button down there. Check out all of our other reviews that we have on our channel. Check out our podcast, some of our hunts and other things that we like to put out. We hope that you guys will come in and check us out again. Good luck out in the field the rest of the season, and we'll see you next time.